Hi there, YouTubers. I thought I'd make a quick video on the first day that we started doing this turpentine cleanse, I guess you could call it. Anyway, it's from Jennifer Daniels, and we got our Diamond G Forest turpentine in the mail yesterday, and what I did was I broke it down into smaller bottles. Right? So this is just a little bottle, and what I used was a syringe because I don't want to contaminate anything. And then here's a dropper bottle, and depending on how you want to use it, you could use either way. We find this bottle is the most convenient. Uh, you go to her website, and she tells you exactly what the protocol is. So I would do that before I just start watching YouTube videos and doing what they're doing, because there's a lot of things they don't mention that you should do before you start, and what to expect and stuff like that, and what not to do, and and it's free. Just go to our website, and the first thing you're going to get is this thing that says download this top secret Candia document, and so you download it because that's what it is, and you read it through. It's not a long read, but the 5 steps are important. So my wife and I are actively cleansing all the time, so this is no big deal for us. So here's the way it works. It's really, I think it's like pine smelling, right? So and yeah, it's like pine. It smells. I think it smells good, and the smell, even the taste. I taste a little bit of licorice in it or so. So what you do is you take your tablespoon of white sugar, which really turned us off because we are not addicted to sugar anymore, and we wanted to use things like honey, and she really is opposed to that. That's Jennifer is, and then we wanted to try the organic kind of brownish looking sugar, real sugar, and she's no, so it's got to be the white sugar. So we took a tablespoon of white sugar, and we poured a teaspoon with this, and we used actual measuring spoons, poured it on top of the white sugar, and down, and then chased it with water. And then we had a little piece of pure black licorice, just because that's what this tastes like after anyway. And you're going to be burping this stuff up, so I'd rather burp up the taste of licorice, even though this is going to make it taste like licorice anyway. The effects that I felt was that I felt like I was in a room full of all these fumes, because I could feel it coming out of my skin, I could feel it coming out of my breath, I could just feel it all over. I think it is an essential oil. It feels really oily. And still this morning, occasionally I get bouts of it. Like I can smell it and taste it and breathe it and all that stuff. So we did this last night at around 8 o'clock, 2 hours before bed, which is one of the times she recommends. If you don't, like, if you have to go to work or something, it's not a good idea to do this, because she says then not only do you smell different, but you're going to be burping all day long, and that's not a real pleasant burp after a while. It starts to get on your nerves. And the worst thing I want is to become like, I don't want this anymore. So anyway, my wife's been doing she's been doing a cleanse that I started doing, and it's castor oil pills. So she gets these castor oil pills, and then we freeze them solid. Take one of those first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and then it bypasses your stomach, goes into your small intestines, and that's when it breaks open and thaws out, and then starts attacking all these parasites. And she's been getting a lot of parasites out of her, and I think I've already been through that stage. So that's one of the stages she recommends that you do, is get your bowels moving. You got to have regular bowel movements, or else you got to be comfortable doing enemas. Colonics are probably the best, but they're expensive. You can do home colonics, like they make special home colonic devices. They're relatively inexpensive, but I haven't been able to see any locally. So we are regular enema people, so we're good with that. Like we do coffee enemas, and occasionally I'll do a water enema just to see if everything's okay. But anyway, so far on this protocol, and I'm glad we don't have to do it every day. You're not supposed to do it every day. You're just supposed to do it, twice a week. But so far, the only thing we get is, a funny feeling in our stomach, and I don't know. Like, this morning when I urinated, it was like urinating really hot water. Like it was. I wouldn't say, well, it was really hot. It was like almost burning. So I urinated in a jar because I've been doing that lately. So I want to check my urine and make sure it's cloudy and all that. And I do a pH test. And the pH, it was like really acid, like 6. It was really acid. And I've been checking my urine every morning, and that's typical though. So I'm not saying but the burning is different. And oh my God, was my urine ever cloudy, which is really good, really nice. Which means it got cleaned, something got cleaned out. So that's day 1 of our turpentine cleanse, and so far there's no problems or anything. Just really hard to get your head around putting something that you've been told all your life that's super poisonous for you, and you'll die if you take it in, and don't even the jar says don't breathe it in. I mean, it's just full of all kinds of stuff. But once you feel it and smell it and taste it, it really it does smell, taste, and feel like an essential oil. Totally different than the store-bought garbage that's made up of all kinds of chemicals that they could find and make the cheapest stuff they could, and they probably even added poisons to it, so that anybody who drinks it will get sick. But anyway, this is it's really good. I went out and bought the 32 fluid ounce. Not sure why I did that now, but I don't know. It's been my experience that things only go up in price, and why not? I had the money, so anyway, we'll see how this works. See if there's anything changes on my body and my wife's body, and I'll see if it gets rid of more parasites like it's supposed to. But for me, I haven't seen any change yet, so it's only been day 1 though. And she says you have to give it at least 2 times. And she said people come back with incredible results. So I encourage you to watch her stuff and go online and watch her on YouTube. Watch people's testimonials. I mean, it's all interesting. It's just trying to say that it's interesting. I did notice less knee pain, and I don't know, maybe a little less back pain, but time will tell. We'll keep trying and see how it goes. But it is an oily feel, so maybe it does lubricate some joints. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experiences, and I'm not encouraging anybody to do this. I don't know why we're doing it, but we have some problems, and we just want to get rid of the parasites and get back on the road of health. I think I look pretty good for 56 years old, so I just need a haircut. I keep putting it off, but anyway, I must be doing something right. I'm growing some hair back right there. I'm growing it back, so that's weird. Anyway, that didn't just happen from this turpentine thing. This has probably been going on for a while since I started cleansing and cleaning up my body. Hope this has been entertaining at least. Lou Leslie, see you guys. Bye for now.